got into the office today and we had a little bit of an unexpected surprise by way of the brand new 2015 C63 that we weren't quite expecting. So we wanted to take a few minutes, get this video out to you. That way there's a lot of anticipation around this particular vehicle with it being a new body style change, a lot of new technology. So without further ado, here we have the brand new 2015 C63. A lot of cool stuff. We've got brand new wheel designs, we've got a brand new body style, new lighting packages. As we're up here in the front and taking a look at this, you'll notice we've got the brand new A-wing going back to a lot of the original AMG racing heritage and technology. Big twin mounted intercoolers on both sides of the front air dams. So this is going to be very reminiscent to the E63 as well as the CLS63. As we pan up to the headlights, all LED headlights, both the highs and the lows, LED turn signals. The lighting package is going to be standard on the C63. And then going back to the twin blade grille with the AMG insignia, the new plaque that's coming down the line. So just absolutely beautiful looks. They've done an absolutely stunning job. Very, very impressed. We haven't had a chance to drive it yet. We just started it, pulled it into the shooting bay. But all things are pointing to just an absolute rocket and an absolute riot with this particular vehicle. So extremely excited about it, and we're excited to bring it to you. As we come around to the side, this is going to be the C63S. So we'll have the C63 in the AMG, which is going to be a 469 horsepower, 4-liter hot V V8. We'll get to that in a few minutes. This one with the S line, this is going to be 503 horsepower, 516 foot-pounds of torque. Same type of technology, just like what we're going to get in the AMG GTS that's going to be coming down the road here real shortly. With the S package, we get the Walkaround crests and the headrest, so we'll bring that to you. The red brake calipers are going to be standard with the S. That's one of the ways you'll be able to discern the two. 19-inch wheel pattern is going to be standard with the S. We're also going to get a limited slip differential in the back, which will be electronic, and then we'll get a little bit different interior design and scheme. We'll bring that to you in a few minutes. So as we start here from the front, we're going to get a new front clip. So the front fender is going to be different from the traditional C-Class. Obviously the front bumper and the grille is going to be different. I love this little V8 bi-turbo, just like we've done on the other ones, but it's got this beautiful little cutout right here. Again, it's just adding a little bit of extra muscle. All these little critiques and detail lines are absolutely unbelievable. As Steve kind of backs out just a little bit, again, keeping with the traditional new technology in this new DNA line right here. So this is what we're calling our DNA drop line. We're seeing it right now in the S-Class, we're seeing it in the CLA, the GLA, the CLS. So this is really to give the car a very powerful presence, as if it's powering through something just as it's sitting still. No longer are we looking to pounce on anything. Obviously Mercedes-Benz and AMG, we know that we have powerful cars. We know that we're right there at the top of the game. So how do we make the cars look just beautiful, bold, and powerful, just sitting there? So this is some of the new design cues and technology that they're using to do that. And the car is absolutely dynamite and stunning. LED light signals in the back of the mirror housings. It's in this new sliver blade. Looks really, really cool instead of the old 2-bar ones. A 3D AMG deflector down here on the rocker panel. So this is all done in aluminum. Again, another thing to kind of separate the AMG from the traditional C-Class. Keyless go is going to be standard. Keyless go, we're going to have the little indentations on each one of the door handles. So we can press these, it'll lock the car. To unlock the car, just touch the inside of the door handles. Very similar to some of the other cars. This C63 does have the panorama roof, so we've got an all-glass roof. This front half will slide right up over this back half, which is really nice. And then we will have a built-in cargo management system for all of the sedans. So we can pop these little doors. Many of the Mercedes-Benz customers don't know that they have this, but you already have it if you own a Mercedes-Benz. And then we can plug a crossbar right into this. Carry skis, bikes, wave runners. Yeah, we're not carrying wave runners on the top of the C63, but if you live in the coastal areas, surfboards and things like that. Fuel door is always going to be on the passenger side for some of the higher end cars. It is a safety concern. If you should run out of fuel, you'll be standing on the shoulder of the road. So just a simple press on the back, and this will pop open, and then you can insert your fuel. Roadside assistance come with the life of the vehicle, so standard run out of fuel, need a jump start, flat tire repairs, that all comes with the car. So really cool stuff, not just with the AMGs, but all the Mercedes-Benz. Again, a couple of unique things that are going to be in the back. Actually, speaking with some of the engineers, the deck lid on the C63 is actually pretty short relative to some of the other cars. So if I can get Steve to come across here and look at this spoiler from the side, it's not what you would expect from a traditional spoiler. It almost looks like it's put on backwards. This being is that once they were getting this car right up in there, that 180, 200 mile an hour range, when they were testing it, they felt that the car was getting just a little bit light. So the only way to get us enough downforce was to actually flip this and make it so it's almost straight up. It gives us the extra downforce to keep this thing nice and secure as you're going around the racetrack and at the high-end speeds. So coming around the back, again, it's very much like the sport package on the normal C-Class. We got the beautiful cutouts in the vents, all LED tail lights, the nice little gap between the tail lights and the deck lid to really separate the pronounced luxury of the C63. Beautiful quad exhausts, really nice aluminum rear diffuser on the S-lines. Just absolutely dynamite. I can't believe how amazing this particular vehicle is. Another thing that they've done with this new AMG and the C63, we've actually put the badging in the nomenclature backwards. Traditionally, we're used to seeing what the model is on the left-hand side with the AMG on the right-hand side. It has been flipped. We do have the option now, right directly from the factory, where we can actually do a delete badge option, where it just will come without any of the badges, because we find that we're actually taking a lot of the badging off of the cars for the customers, giving it that clean, smooth look from behind. Opening up the trunk, it's got a nice trunk space, split folding rear seats, plenty of room for a set of golf clubs, suitcases, day bags, and all that kind of stuff. This one does have the hands-free access package, so we've got the electronic remote closer here. We can lock the doors, or we actually be able to open and close the deck lid by waving our foot underneath the rear bumper, and it will open and close. So again, coming around to this side, noticing the coupe style on the windows, everything almost is just, like I said, it just gets pushed back a little bit, allows us a little bit more interior room. Beautiful staggered wheels. I like how the wheels actually almost kind of stick out of this car just a little bit. I mean, you get a good feel for what this car is capable of, which isn't traditional Mercedes-Benz, a little bit more conservative, even with their AMGs. This car is it's right in your face, and it's exactly, to me, when you look at this, it's telling you exactly what it's capable and ready to do. Very masculine, very bold. I absolutely love the exterior design on this. Real quick, while we're walking around the outside, let me pop the hood under this. Let's take a look at some of this new technology underneath the hood that's really going to make this car, I think, stand out above all of the other cars. So as we're popping the hood, again, just right here where the Mercedes-Benz little wreath is, left center, this will open up, and this brings us to the heart of the vehicle. It's an absolute piece of art. So one thing that you'll notice is we're used to seeing this all covered up on here. So when we pop this hood, I mean, there's absolutely no denying, there's no hiding what this is. This is the brand new 4-liter twin turbocharged, what we call a hot V, because our turbo is actually set right in the top of the valley of the motor. The reason why we do this is this allows us to be able to utilize the exhaust gases much more efficiently. It's a shorter route than having the turbos mounted down on the side, so we can spool these things damn near instantaneously, and there's virtually no turbo lag. In fact, many drivers, I haven't driven it yet, but all of the reviews and everything said that there's literally no turbo lag. So thanks in part to AMG, their F1 technology, and all of the research that they do to bring this to us. Again, high pressure direct fuel injected, just absolute dynamite. I love the looks of it. It's very pronounced, really, really cool stuff. Again, we've got twin intercooled with the turbochargers. So I'm really excited to see what this thing has the ability of being able to put out, and how much fun we can have with this. So we'll close this back down, and we'll take a few minutes, and we're actually going to open up the doors. We're going to sit in this thing, and we'll go through some of the new cool technology that we've got inside. So here we are on the inside of this new C63. So we've got a really cool layout. Now, most of it's going to look very similar to what the traditional C-Class looks like. With the multimedia package, we get the 8.4-inch high-res screen. We get, with all of the C63s, you can get the optional wood. The standard wood on the S-Line is going to be this beautiful black ash, open pore. You can actually feel the wood grain, and I like the modern, sophisticated feel that it brings, yet it's still elegant and very sporty. So really, really cool stuff. P1 package is going to be standard. The Burmester surround sound system that we can see right up here on the doors. In the back door panels, you actually get 2 sets of speakers with some tweeters. Really, really cool stuff. If Steve can get around to that. And then on the S-Lines, this one you actually get the Recaro style seats. So the seats in these things are just absolutely dynamite. You'll get the Falterbach crest in the top of the seats. And then with the S-Lines, you'll get this cool little gray. As Steve's just kind of going through the car, you'll notice a lot of these little gray stitching and swatches, you know, in the steering wheel and the seats underneath the door panels. So that's all going to be part of the S-Line, which is just absolutely dynamite. The seats are very bolstered. They hug you very, very well. The passenger side seat, we can adjust the side bolsters. On my driver's side seat, I can adjust my hip bolsters as well as the side bolsters. So I think we can really tailor this thing to exactly how we want it to feel and all that kind of stuff. A couple of optional features. The panorama roof is going to be an optional feature. So we've got a full solid glass that will open up, slide right over the back, as we mentioned, on the outside. All LED lighting on the inside. Let's fire this thing up so you can kind of get a feel for what this thing's going to look like lit up on the inside. I love the new instrumentation, absolutely dynamite. With the S-Line, this one actually comes with active engine mounts, so as we're going around the corners, helps keep everything stable and solid, so we get much better performance out of it. And then right down here, so we used to have what we call Agility Select. Now it's called Dynamic Select, which is this little rotary dial. So from here, we still have the traditional individual, comfort, sport plus, and race modes on the C63. So we'll have all of that stuff. That will stay the same. We have a new manual button for the C63, which is going to automatically engage a manual mode for the paddle shifters. And then in my heads-up display, it actually gives me a rev counter, my RPMs, gear, and exactly how fast I'm going, with the option of being able to put my lap timer right inside of the heads-up display. Absolutely brilliant. I think they've done a dynamite job. I love the new gauges. They're a little more compact than the traditional C-Class. Again, the big RPM rev counter on the right, speedometer on the left, with our 4.5-inch multifunctional display right here in the middle. I love the design of the air ports. Everything's very ergonomic. It's very beautiful. Everything's wrapped in aluminum. We're going to have our AC controls here. One thing that they did bring in, we've got the beautiful IWC clock instead of just a traditional Mercedes-Benz clock. Some redundant controls to run and adjust for the multi-screen up here. I really prefer the touchpad. So with a touch up, I can come over, sweep, pull up navigation functions, and all of that kind of stuff. So very ergonomic. Again, Bluetooth audio streaming is going to be standard in this. I don't know if Steve can get this. A lot of people that haven't started researching the C-Class, on the driver's side and the passenger side doors, we've got these beautiful 10 and 14-way power seats, just like the S-Class. New controls. The seat memories are built right into it. We've brought our heated and cooled seats right to the tops of the door buttons. So we're not trying to stick our hands down on the sides of the car anymore. All of the windows are all one touch. They all have pinch protection. It's done a really, really good job. Over here on the side, this is something new to us. We haven't really had any chance to play with this yet. We've played with dynamic exhaust before in the past, and it was all based off throttle acceleration, how hard you were pressing on the throttle, and it would open up little flaps inside the mufflers to give us a little bit more of a belch and a little bit more of an aggressive exhaust note. No longer is that the case. We actually have the ability with the new C63 and the new AMG GTS to actually be able to push a button. So it is an optional expense, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. So we actually can push this button, and just with a simple push of a button, I mean, we can fire this thing up to where it actually just makes this unbelievable noise. So essentially what we do is we're taking and we're just bypassing the mufflers almost in their entirety. So as you're going down the road, it's unbelievable. I mean, just under load, beautiful back shifts and all that kind of stuff. So we're really excited about that. And again, that's something that we're seeing on the full AMG built AMG GTS. So we've got home link so we can program all the garage doors. We've got all of our Embrace programs. Again, 6 months of standard for free, the 3 months concierge. Just an overall dynamite car. I absolutely can't believe how beautifully the car's been built, how well it's been put together. Anytime we do an AMG, we get the big aluminum paddles for the shift paddles. Left side will downshift, right side's going to upshift. We get the beautiful indicator in the top of the steering wheel as far as steering angle, and then we get the flat bottom with the nice AMG insignia right here on the bottom. Overall, like I said, I can't believe just how amazing this particular vehicle is. I can't wait for us to get our hands on a couple more of them. I know it's going to be extremely popular. Price point has been really, really good compared to the previous C-Class, so I think we're going to knock this one out of the park. Anyhow, this particular vehicle is available for sale. We've got a couple of more that are coming down the line, and if we don't have the exact color and options that you're looking for, Steve and I would have the ability to be able to go in and plug in and see what's out there and available that we could bring in for you. So if you have any questions or any comments regarding the C63 or any of the other AMGs or Mercedes-Benz that we have down here at the dealership, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're more than glad to come and pick you up, bring some of the cars out to you, have you come down, take them out for a spin, and really show you what the AMG experience is all about. Obviously, looking at them and going through a video and hearing what they sound like is one thing. Getting your ass down here, putting it in the seat, letting you start it yourself, and going down the road, listening to what and feeling the way that these things perform and handle is totally a different experience, and it's one that
I never get tired of. That's one of the reasons why I love doing what I do. These cars never cease to stop amazing me. So you can reach me here down at the dealership. It's Jesse, the AMG guy. I'm at Mercedes-Benz of Lindon. It's 801-222-4426. You can also reach Steve Ward. He's at 801-222-4412. Again, any questions you have, we're more than glad to go out and locate and bring you one in. I can't imagine, this one's pre-sold, so I can't imagine it's going to be here very long. Again, we've got a couple more coming in, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. We sure appreciate it, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.